That is her entire range of that ability, and it one-shots anything. It's overpowered. Just a tiny bit overpowered.
Have fun.
Have fun.
One more. Well, they only had a new paralog.
The good news is no one's watching yet.
Oh, are we on?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's been on for about a minute.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would you? What?
He never warns us. Oh my
mean
goodness.
like that.
I feel like the beginnings of our videos should be better quality because if someone just, I don't know about you guys, if I were to just stumble across these and we're just goofing off for 5-10 minutes, I'm like, why would I waste my life doing this?
Actually,
You'd be
it's just you guys on your
surprised.
phones. It's just like, it's actually pretty boring.
I know, exactly.
Well, that's because you
why-
didn't tell us.
Well, usually we're a lot more like.
When am I never yawn on my phone?
Okay,
Like, that's
I'm
a
done.
good question.
That actually is a good question. Since when
Oh,
are you not on?
So we're waiting for viewers before we
Yeah,
say
I
what
mean,
we're
like,
talking
yeah,
about?
yeah. We usually wait for viewers. You know, we get our
Okay.
standard issue viewers. Joe, you made sure to advertise on Facebook.
I made sure to advertise
Ooh.
on my fanfiction.
Speaking of which,
What?
we have one watching. Woo!
I feel like
Is that
people-
Max?
Max,
No, I'm playing Fire Emblem.
Oh, okay.
Coincidentally.
I feel
Coincidentally.
like the people on Facebook already know that it
Yeah.
goes on Fridays, so it's not like something
No,
we need to promote
it's
too
always
often.
good to send out a reminder.
That's
though.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Going live on Snap a Couch 2 minutes ago. Oh, okay.
Yep, I tweeted it.
I didn't even get a update this time when it was. See, last time I knew immediately that
Wait,
you went
is it
live.
set to private again?
No.
No? Are we sure?
Are you the only one
Yeah,
watching?
no. Come here. Guys, we just found a scorpion. You missed that. It was
Or
in
did
the
they get that
basement.
part?
Did we get it? It's on my Instagram story. It's amazing.
Which
I don't
one's
know
your
if it's
Instagram?
set to private, Joe. Yep. Privacy private. Good job.
Oh.
Why does it do that?
wonder.
Okay.
No,
Woo,
it's
yay.
not
Is it public now?
anymore. No. John, you should have saved the scorpion. You should have saved the dead scorpion to show our viewers because
You want me to
It's
get out of
something-
the trash?
I mean you can if you want.
I mean, I don't think too many people would be that happy, you know, if we were like...
It's exciting. We found a scorpion in your basement.
Okay, so it says that we're watching and us alone. Man, nobody's
Who's that?
watching
Abel?
me.
Huh? Abel? Oh, wait, which game is he from?
Come on,
Doesn't say.
Wow,
Yeah, have
man.
a
It
look.
says we have good stream health, though. That's depressing, you know.
What?
I changed the settings a little bit to see if there's something I could...
Like,
Yeah, it's still streaming in 720, it's just a little different.
no, I'm saying, but why is no one watching is my only question.
That's a good question. Let me see, you're sure you said it's a...
Considering it says public now, yes.
Little blankets.
Like blankets?
And Joe, you can schedule a next stream, you know, and stuff. Aaron's finally here. Woo!
Okay, Aaron's the one that's here.
Sweet.
Hi, Aaron.
Hey.
Entertainment for one.
We should just start a discussion since we...
Make
I'm
requests,
ready.
make requests,
Yeah.
Aaron, while we wait for the rest of
since
the
you're
audience to get here.
honorary one viewer.
Yeah, young
It's like the fifth of him I got.
Yeah.
Ah, I want one of those.
Nice.
Can you trade units on this thing?
Joe, you're
Dang.
entertaining people, not yourself.
This is more important.
Hey, this is Fire Emblem related, which is part of the topic tonight, okay?
Well, good. There you go. That's a good way to introduce it.
By the way, Fire Emblem Heroes is a great game. What? Or not that great, what just happened? Did you get a 1-star or something?
Level 3-star. Not fair.
Guy, you.
That happens a lot.
Oh, I got S though.
Which was this?
Pink hair chick.
Oh, that one, okay. There's several of those. Doesn't Jenny have
Fight
pink hair?
you.
I will fight you.
He's mad. If you could see that face,
I
he's
will
mad.
fight you. Don't look at them. Look at the camera, cat. Look at the camera.
Do your job, clickbait
He's
cat.
looking at Joseph to save him.
Look
being
at
held.
them. Look at them.
Poor thing. He just wants
Don't
to
look at
go.
me. Look at them.
Hey, we've never condoned animal abuse. I'm just
I'm
saying.
not abusing the animal.
We've condoned.
He is giving me a nibble.
I'm pretty positive the cat doesn't really care.
Pat, positive.
Huh? He's positive.
Yep, there he goes. Goodbye, big cat.
Well, he's still on here.
That pun was rather catastrophic.
Wow, we have 4 people watching.
Okay, sweet. Well, let's get
Go
started.
die. Okay.
My
We have 4 people watching. Start the podcast.
Unacceptable.
okay, no. So I work at a
She looks like Ram.
Okay,
Ram.
so for those of you that
She looks like Ram.
For those of you that don't know, so
You're in front of the camera.
I work at a pizza restaurant, but we also do sandwiches and salads. And like salads is usually one of the busiest places there. So if you like are scheduled to be somewhere else and you get sent to salads, that means you done messed up. So earlier today, my boss is I love him, but he's kind of an unobservant person because this girl has had her hair changed for like a week, and
this story. I was like, where is he going with this?
So she had her hair changed like a week ago, and just today my boss comes over and he's like, did you? He goes over to her because normally her hair's brown, and he's like, did you change your hair to blonde? And I was like, yeah, she was dying for you to notice.
That was stupid. That was like not even a good setup for a punchline.
I'm not good at setting up punchlines. I'm just good at delivering them.
No, this is terrible. Get good.
The cat is literally just staring at me.
Yeah, because you're buddy.
Because your buddy's with the one that was torturing him.
Oh, Martha's watching.
Oh, whoa.
Hi, Martha.
I almost deleted my anime list.
Oh.
that would
He's
have
been
been
working
not
on
like
this for
it's
a while.
actually impressive.
Okay, Joseph, what are we talking about?
What are we talking about? Okay, so earlier today, the
We
final
did
chapter
that,
for
okay.
Fire Sword was released, which it's actually my first ever crossover story. It was a crossover with Sword Art Online and Fire Emblem. We're going to be talking a little bit more about Fire Emblem tonight, specifically the game's Awakening, and a little bit of Fire Emblem Fates, just to give some context to the story. We already did a podcast about SAO a few weeks ago, so we don't really need to do too much about that.
Sorry, I found the cat.
It's the clickbait cat, not the distraction bait cat.
Just take the toy to the couch or not. See, now he's going to want to go back to the toy.
Picky.
Sorry.
Let's just put a pause on this whole thing.
Squirrel!
I'll chuck him at you.
He doesn't have claws.
He has back claws, dude. That
Oh,
still
he has
hurts.
claws. He has claws.
And he has teeth. And he
Why'd
has a
you
face.
declaw a cat? That's literally so mean.
He was
Yes,
ruining
it's
our
awful.
furniture.
Joseph,
He
you
was-
know how much hate you're going to get? You should not have said that. on
Yeah,
live
that
stream.
was a
Like,
bad
probably everyone's
idea.
going to hate you now.
Max,
It
now I'm
wasn't
going to
his
have to
choice,
kick you
it was
off the
his
show.
parents.
Max is off the show now.
He's the one that said it.
Yeah,
I
he
did
was
say
the one
it.
that
Wait,
He
what
said
did
he
you
has
say?
no claws.
I
He's the one
did
that
say
said
it.
it, and I said he got declawed.
Wasn't our choice.
There's no clause for
I
alarm.
promise.
Half declawed. He's now half an actual
Well,
cat.
He
it
was
was-
kicked off
There's
now.
there's no clause for alarm.
That was stupid.
That's horrible. That was even worse than
That's you're just taking yourself a digger beeper.
A
That
beeper?
a beeper grave.
Beeper.
How did you even get that mixed up?
A
That's not
beaver
even close
dish.
to what it was. Ooh.
Oh,
Well, I'll be. Bye.
we've lost 2 now.
That's okay. Max quits, but he always comes back.
Yeah, they're
I have
saying
car
they hate
keys.
you, Joe.
Yeah.
They're saying, yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. You're in trouble.
I
I'm in
have
trouble.
keys to
I'm
the
sorry,
car.
guys. I didn't want to do it.
I could just walk out right now.
Okay, so guys,
That would make
this
me very
week
sad for whatever
I
it's
have now
worth.
prepared
I
a
can't
John
steal his-
explain.
I can't steal his car, so I can't
So
really
you
do it.
guys get to do 2 things. Vote
Sneak
for
on
who
out.
gets dunked out of the 4 of us,
Mm-hmm.
and vote on which anime to do. Because I will probably have seen it, and if I've already
Probably.
done it, I'm not doing it again.
Okay, have you seen Kobayashi Dragon Maid?
Dude, shut your face.
Of a fate.
Shut
Joseph.
the face.
The topic.
The topic is fire.
the
so
topic
we
is
should get back
water
to
bottles
that.
being
Yeah.
thrown on the floor aggressively.
Don't hit me in the face with the water bottle again. Don't even. I know you're thinking about it.
Now I'm thinking
It's
about
very
it.
hard to get anywhere with these two.
You talk through them.
Talk through them.
That's what Joe
Okay,
does.
go.
Just
Just,
talk
just
through
hit us
'em.
with pillows. It won't work.
No, it'll just escalate worse. The face.
You think that pillow's that big?
The face.
Hey-oh.
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
Who's
Max,
the clickbait cat?
If
He's
you
a
can
therapy cat
produce
too.
actual
Anyway.
tears, I will be impressed.
Why the
Do you want me
pinching?
to actually try?
Because
Yes,
I
you
can.
have
I'm not going to.
viewers
Do
who are
it.
here to listen
All
to
right.
talk.
I do got viewers that are here to listen to me talk.
Yes.
So-
You made it impossible now.
Okay, so I worked on Fire Sword for about 2.5 years, almost as long as I've actually been on the site. So I actually just finished it today. However, there's a little
Chapter
thing
50, right?
Yep, 50 chapters over the course of 2.5 years. But what I didn't put up on the chapter that is for viewers only to know is that on Patreon, in the next week, I'm going to put up a bonus chapter that talks about what happened to some of the kids and some of the people that decided to stay from the SAO world. So for your guys' sake, I'll add a little bit of context to this. The whole premise of Fire Sword is Kirito tries to pull Yui out of the virtual world into the physical one, right? He does this based off of the idea that, you know how plants convert light into physical energy, into glucose? Like, it converts light into a physical matter. This is the process of photosynthesis. He basically adopts a similar method to try and turn Yui, who is essentially light data, into a physical form. But shenanigans abound, and the Divine Dragon Naga decides that she needs a little extra help for the people from Elise to beat off the Fell Dragon Grima, whose resurrection is coming close.
Does Naga have anything to do with Naga from Korra?
Not at all. This Naga's been around way longer.
That's the only Naga I know. So I heard Naga and I was like, what? Polar bear dogs? Where? Okay, sorry. ADD.
Okay, I have to change the thumbnail joke because I saw what it was.
What's wrong with that thumbnail?
It was the
It's
one
the
we used
same as
last
last
week. Can't use the same one.
I can't?
No. Do you know anything about social media?
Apparently not. That's why I have you guys.
Oh gosh, it's horrible.
I'm gonna send you.
I need to like take over all of your social media.
Well, in
accounts.
about a month, you'll be able to do that.
What's funny about this? I wasn't expecting to be here today.
Really? Wait,
Yeah.
where were you?
I was in California for about 5 days.
Nice.
4 days.
How was that?
Fun.
Fun?
I am exhausted, but you know.
Well, thank you for being here.
Appreciate it.
You're
I
exhausted?
literally got off a plane about 2 hours ago.
You flew?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
First class, second class.
Oh. I've
that's
never
awesome.
actually flown first class.
It's like my 3rd time.
I saw the ocean.
Rub it
once.
in, why don't you?
Well, I fly standby, and if
Once.
no one actually signs in for that
When I was
thing,
7.
I get it for free. I don't have to pay for flights.
When Becca was
My dad being a pilot is also
Fire
a
Nation.
weird plus
Oh,
side.
nice.
And everything changed.
Wait,
Thank
what?
you, Becca, for acknowledging what I said.
What,
I didn't
what?
hear what you said.
What just happened?
Doesn't matter. I just had a really sad monologue with the camera and no one was paying attention but John.
Yeah. Bummer. Okay, so you're talking to me a little bit about this earlier. What's your familiarity with Fire Emblem?
Heroes
Your mother.
and Awakening.
Heroes and Awakening. Okay.
The first chapter, by the way.
Okay.
Middle of school.
First time I actually ever found out about Fire Emblem was through Smash Bros.
Oh yeah,
Which is a
through
great
Lucina.
game, by the way.
Through, I think it was Lucina, was the character. That was
Excuse me, Marth and Roy.
It's Marth and Roy, buddy.
Lucina's in the new one.
I know nothing.
Is she in the new one?
I'm just here to be.
Lucina is in the new one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
She and Robin are in it. Chrom is technically in there with Robin's Final Smash. But other than that, no.
Because they're the biggest characters. That I know of, at least.
Yeah,
I'll
like,
link it.
Smash Brothers is actually kind of the reason why Fire Emblem made an appearance over here in America. Like, before that, no one would have known what it was.
I disagree with you on that, but whatever.
Okay, the weeaboos would have known what it is.
Excuse me, I'm not a weeaboo.
You didn't know about Fire Emblem before Smash Brothers.
I have a legless unicorn.
How is it a weeaboo thing?
It's not a weeaboo thing.
Like, that makes zero sense.
Why do you
There's
have
a
a
difference
legless
between a
unicorn
weeaboo
with
thing and an
cheese?
otaku thing.
Because
It's
I have
not neither
nothing
of
to
those either,
contribute
it's
to
just
this
a game.
conversation and it's just digressing, so I might as well contribute in the only way I know how.
Nonsensical sensible.
No, yeah, the subject of this episode is Fire Emblem.
Yeah. For
Just to put that out there really quickly.
yeah, to put that so I made the announcement that this was going to be happening on my chapter that I released earlier today and on a few others before it over the course of the week. So I'm hoping we have a few people that come over for the podcast with any questions that they might have.
Cat, you stupid.
It's a cat.
So usually we try to have a moment you realized towards the beginning of the podcast. I'm not sure how well we always follow through with that, but this week I guess it kind of only applies to John and me because the moment you realized is the moment you realized Robin was Grima. When did you realize that, John?
Wait, what?
When did you realize that Robin was Grima?
Just in case we...
Oh,
Are we going to do spoilers this episode? 'Cause I have
when
no idea.
We have spoilers.
when
Spoilers!
when the second
Spoilers.
version of you showed up, when like the cloaks figure, I was just like, oh, okay, I got it.
Those games get...
When
could
I was
get
asked
very
to draw the
confusing.
picture and told who it was.
Man, nobody has
I didn't
voted on
remember.
who wants to be
I
dunked.
know.
Man.
Who are we drowning today?
Who are we drowning tonight? We're doing a John Explains. We
I
need
wanna-
somebody to be dunked. Please don't pick me because I'm really terrible at it.
And
I know,
also,
we want-
And
you guys
no,
want-
not phrasing.
You guys want a
Phrasing.
longer description because John.
Yeah,
It's
we want
great,
a
so-
longer description. And also,
I
as
don't
I
know.
said,
Max
you can
hasn't done it
choose
yet,
the
have you?
topic for once. This is a one-time possible offer only. Yeah, you guys can choose whatever anime. I'll probably explain it. Even if it's Naruto, I've never seen it, but I will do my best to explain it.
Okay, see, I actually figured it
need to
out.
hold my
I actually
breath.
figured it out a lot earlier than that,
passing
but only because I was playing both a male and a female avatar account parallel to one another. I wanted to see if there's any differences in the story.
There's not.
There are, but they're really not worth doing a double playthrough. But the reason I
Todd
realized
Habercorn.
there is
Todd
Todd
Habercorn.
Habercorn. Todd Habercorn is in Fire
He
Emblem.
makes.
Lord
Yes.
flipping
Really?
Habercorn.
Maybe
Yes.
I'll. Oh wait, it's not something I can watch. It's something I have
No.
to play, and I
Yep.
can't play anything.
Yeah, Becca, you suck.
I suck at everything.
Oh my goodness.
I was,
No, so what happened for me was, so you know how Valadar tries to kill Emran, right? And Lucina shows up and prevents it. And then you remember she proves to them that she knows what's going to happen by preventing the assassination of Crom and Emran.
Joe, I haven't played the game in 2 years.
Oh my goodness.
I just spent 30 hours on another game, and I've only owned it for a
Beautiful
week.
game, by the way.
It's a great game. Played Nier Automata. It's great.
Automata.
Automata. Whatever. Great
Pronounce
game.
it right, man.
It's black automation. That's all they need to know. Gosh.
Near Automata.
Or black robots. It's literally
Just
means
kidding.
black robots, actually.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
That's
Are you here?
irony.
I'm here.
You're here?
I'm
Yet
really
they're
here.
white.
Contrary to common
It's
belief.
dark. By the
I'm
way,
here.
Nier's black.
Here, yeah, but... Oh yeah, Automata's a robot, isn't it?
What just happened?
French.
In any case, so there's a scene where, so basically you kill Valadar the first time, and he's like, I don't know if he's in like hell or whatever, and he's kind of trying to figure out what's going on, why did his plans fail, and this figure that's wrapped in shadow shows up, it's Grima, and they declare themselves as, that's when they declare themselves as the Fell Dragon Grima. You don't see their face though, but when you play through both genders, of course the voice is going to change. So when they said I'm the Fell Dragon Grima in the male version, I was like, okay, so who's this person? Because I couldn't tell that it was the same voice actor as the character that you're playing as. But then they did it again as a girl, and I was like, and instead the human form of Grima is the woman. So the voice was different, and I was like, oh, I just figured out something I wasn't supposed to yet.
Okay.
Crap. It was still a great moment.
Martha
I need to play these
votes
games.
That you get drowned.
Why,
Yeah,
Martha?
Hunter x Hunter. I actually don't know anything about Hunter x Hunter.
You don't know Hunter?
Really? I
Like
don't
that
know.
was one of the ones that was
It's
on
so
like
long,
my
bro.
watch list, but
So long.
it's so long. It's like
There's a dub now, though.
I know, dude.
You've
There's
seen
been
it?
a dub for a long
Some of it, yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Not all of it, though. I've only seen, like, somewhere around 30-something episodes.
Oh, okay.
I watched the first episode and I just couldn't get it.
Oh,
Like
it's hard to get into.
the
That
animation is just like it's
That's
an old
one of the
fashioned.
shows where you have to have someone
Not
sitting
a-
there forcing you to watch it until you're obsessed with it, and you're like, okay,
Like
I
Fairy
don't
Tail?
need help.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
Fairy
Fairy
Tail.
Tail.
I had to be forced to watch it for a
Yeah,
long
and
time.
You're Light in April, and ironically, I didn't watch it until after.
That show's depressing.
I don't admit that.
Yeah.
You just did.
You don't know that.
You tricked me
Yeah,
into
into
watching
watching
it because I thought you had seen
Hey,
it and you were
I
recommending
was
it, and I
planning
kept
to
watching it.
watch
So
it.
I
I
was
was
like, okay.
planning on binging it.
Angel Beats. I've
I
heard
kept.
of that
I was
one.
like, this is painful,
Ooh,
but Jordan
yeah.
says it's
No,
good,
he's
so
not.
I'm
I think
gonna
it was
keep
you
watching it.
that took
And I
me
finished
into
it.
watching
And
that.
he hadn't seen it.
I'm pretty positive.
Yeah,
He does that.
It was a
He
trick.
uses us as test subject. Or
That is
more,
not true.
More correctly, these two. He uses these two as test
You know,
subjects
Angel
for which
Beats
anime
wrong.
to watch.
No, I watched Angel Beats before you, and
That's what
I
I
watched
said.
the first episode of Your Lie in April before.
The animation in that show is really good, though.
Yeah, I know, but
Like-
it's like I couldn't get past the fact that it was girly. By the way, back to Fire Emblem. I'm just saying, like, you know, don't you just love it how all the ships in the game can sail?
In Fire Emblem,
In Fire Emblem,
not all the ships, but yeah.
and the ships do crash and plow and create more ships.
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
No, that's not phrasing.
That's
he meant
just-
to say that.
Yeah,
He meant to do that.
it's
Okay.
meant to be
By
implied.
the
like
way,
that.
guys, don't ship real people. It breaks your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you
Real
want to
people?
do is you want to
Real
take
people.
a real cannonball.
Don't
and
ship
shoot
real
them.
people.
Yeah, it's cringy. Don't
What
do
type
it.
of
Sorry.
way, though?
The word
I
ship.
can't. I will not add anymore.
The word.
I'm just sad.
The
Ship
word
them away?
ship bothers me. I'm just like, call it a relationship.
Yeah.
Say that those two people would go good together. Don't be a middle schooler and be like, I ship Hokage with Sakura.
I am Okage.
No, but,
is finally Okage.
Sorry.
Wait, is Naruto finally Hokage?
Okay.
Can somebody in the comments please put that? I want to know.
No, what he was saying about all the ship setting sales, like, fan fiction would beg to differ.
Fan fiction would just be like, hey, 3-ways are fine.
It's really disturbing how often that happens, actually.
Yep, it's just like, and both the women are fine. They're like, yeah, we can raise our children completely separately.
Student watching this.
You know what, Martha?
You what?
It's fine.
She's seen Logan.
Wait, what?
Logan's not that.
It's not like that.
Yeah,
She's
it's
seen
a little
Fairy
different.
Tale.
She's seen Fairy Tale.
No,
It's not like
still
that
not
either.
like
Oh, yeah, I
that.
finally watched Logan, by the way.
But I
Was
mean,
it
if
good?
she's
Was
reading
really
fan,
good.
oh yeah,
Haven't
dude,
seen it.
Logan's so good. And Joe, you need to.
I read the
watch
comic
Moana,
though
by
for
the
that. I
way.
read the
Hey, guys, in the
Stop bringing that up!
Hey guys, in the comments, could you please spam Joe with telling him to watch Moana? I really
Watch
appreciate
Moana.
it.
Yes, he still hasn't seen it.
He's going to watch it whether he likes it or not.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
He's gonna watch
The cat
it.
even agrees.
Why
you
don't
see
you
him
want to
nodding his
watch
head?
it? Explain to them. Give them a good reason you don't want to watch it.
Because you all keep pushing me to watch it.
No,
that makes
there's
me not
only
want to watch
one
it.
acceptable answer on why not to watch Moana, and I will not tell you.
What?
There's only one acceptable reason.
Well, then no
I'm not gonna
matter
tell
what
you.
reason I tell you, you're just going to say no.
No, there's a reason that I would accept. Okay, so back to Fire Emblem.
Back to Fire
It's a
Emblem.
good game. Japanese, right? They know what they're doing. Great strategy base.
Awakening was the first one that I played.
What?
Me
No,
too.
Awakening was the first one. You only
No.
played like the first chapter though, didn't you?
Shut up.
I played the one where you play
so
like
Did I
confused.
play a chapter?
Oh, really?
Or did I
Yeah.
play like...
You played a few chapters of Fates. You actually got up to the point where you have to make a decision whether or not to side with Hoshido or Nor.
The answer is kill all of
I
them.
remember that. Didn't I choose neither?
By the way,
No, you chose Hoshido.
can we talk about how they never kill anyone, pretty much? Like,
Yeah, that bothers
they always
me.
magically subdue them. It's like, that's not how warfare works,
Actually,
buddy.
no. In Fates, they definitely kill people.
They kill a few people.
Yeah,
and it's not by your hand,
Spoilers coming
it's by
up. Spoilers
someone
coming up. By the way, Xander killing Elise, that was hard.
Oh god, yes.
Wait, Xander kills Elise?
You didn't get that part?
That even I knew about that.
Is that in Revelations?
Yep.
That was a cell phone.
Yeah, that one.
That was not a cell phone. That was a.
It's a cell phone.
It's an iPod.
Dang it, Will.
Guys, they found a scorpion in the basement. I don't know if you all saw that, but it was awesome. It's on my Insta story. Okay. Nobody wants to.
This is your fault. No, I put this scorpion in a paper towel. I've been stung by a scorpion before. It hurts really bad.
I've not been stung by.
In 3rd grade,
That's the first time
I've not
I've
been
seen
stung by
one.
anything. Actually.
in 3rd grade,
I
my
was bitten by a
friends
garter snake.
talked me into doing.
How was that?
Putting my
It was
hands
a snake,
onto
I
this
didn't care.
latex surface.
It was just hanging off me.
That
Like,
was-
hey,
What it
That was
does
not
is
poisonous,
it
is it?
simulates
No.
the
No.
pain of being
like,
stung by
they
a
don't even care
scorpion.
if you pick them up.
Oh.
Don't
I
pick
was in
them
3rd
up.
grade. They
But
have this
they
at the
usually don't
Australian
care.
museum called Quantico.
I remember that place.
Sounds like a
Sure.
freaking prison.
No, not Quantico.
Quantico.
It does actually.
Quantico is the FBI bit. It
I
may
was
be,
gonna say.
yeah, it actually may be called Quantico.
Really?
Yeah.
Fact check us, guys.
Fact check me.
Yes, please let us
Please
know
fact check me.
what it is. Actually, I'm not reading
Quantico.
comments,
That's
so I
a.
don't know what's
Isn't
going
that?
on.
No, wait a minute. You're right. Quantico's a jail,
That's
not a
a-
museum.
Quantico is FBI, Joe. That's the FBI headquarters. You guys are dumb.
Oh.
Yes, Kat.
Jonathan.
Mildly
Displaying our
useless.
ignorance
Jonathan.
for the world.
Okay.
Ignorance
This.
is your new best friend. Hey.
Funny, when I was younger, I was even stupider than I am now.
What is
But
that? Is
his
belief?
singing, the scorpion thing, reminded me of this. When I used to live in California,
Quit
which
being
was
mildly rude, Kat. Show your face.
6, 7, something like that years ago, my older brother Mason, that'd be a good idea to tell me that garter snakes don't bite.
Ha, you playing suck it.
Unless
Let's
you
just-
make them.
Let's just say I fell for
mad.
that. It bit me. I didn't even care. I literally walked
They're
inside
not poisonous.
with a garter. No, they're not. But a garter snake hanging off my fingers. Like, look what I caught.
I'm sure your
This
mother
thing
loved
was-
that. I'm sure your mother loved that.
My parents were divorced by then.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But my stepmother's like, she chewed Mason out. I found it amazing because I caught a snake.
With
Of
my
course.
How old were you?
fingers.
I was like 10.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of
Naruto
sense.
does become Hokage.
Speaking of
I was
snakes,
right.
But literally, we caught a garter snake when I was there a few days. Like, I think it was yesterday, actually.
Oh, really?
We caught a little baby garter snake.
Oh, nice. Did that one bite you too?
Huh?
Does that one bite you too?
No.
No.
But some other dude, but not me.
Martha says,
Okay.
you showed me fairy tale first off. I did not. This one did.
I talked about it in front of her first.
I was not okay with her
She
watching
goes
it.
to public school. Can we just, like, there is so much bad stuff in public
Second
school.
off, Logan was great. Okay, I need to see it. I love Hugh Jackman. I need to see it.
I don't want to see that one. I'm squeamish, okay? Which a lot of people probably wouldn't believe if they read chapter 43 of Firesword. I was having a bad day.
Wait, why are we only explaining anime? Because why not? Anime is great. And we're discussing a book right now. We've discussed books before, actually.
Because it's Fire Emblem and it's
we've
just
discussed
anime,
books,
right?
we've
Because the
discussed
art style's very
movies.
anime.
There
We
actually
want to
was
get
almost
to
an
a
anime
good
of
range of
Marth's Crew.
audiences.
They
And
got
we're
2
having
episodes into it before they
conversations.
canceled production.
They're thinking of making a Fire Emblem.
Kat, this is your
anime,
fault.
You guys
They
know
already
that's the thing.
they tried to do that
We
one once
I know,
before.
but
Discuss
they were
90%
Nintendo's
nonsense
thinking of
and
making another one, but
10%
Subject.
chance of that happening.
content.
Oh, by the way,
Okay.
I still
Slim
have to
to
come
none.
up with a thing because I'm not doing.
Well, yeah, that's
it.
about greater the
Yeah,
chances of them
can't
actually
do
making
it
a Legend
to-
of Zelda
to
movie.
X Center.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to, so we still need a subject matter for John Explains, and we're
Yeah, and you
running out of
guys,
time.
it's terrible.
And there's only one vote for Joseph, so it looks like Joseph's gonna be it, and it's gonna be a really short
It's gonna be
explanation.
really disappointing, guys. Vote someone else, please.
Seriously, vote someone
Even
else.
vote
I'm
me.
too exhausted to do it.
Just
honestly.
explain while you're in the water.
Yeah, just be like.
Again,
That'd be interesting.
just
We
get
should
off of a, just off a plane.
I think you're gonna be
He's
better than me.
exhausted after that. Like taking a 2-hour flight and then a 45-minute flight. You just
You
dead.
got
after
to
that.
go to the California. Did you get to see
It
the
was
ocean?
100 No, my dad lives in Rockland, which is next to Sacramento,
Oh,
in
that's
Auburn, between
sad.
Sacramento.
I want to see
Auburn.
the ocean.
But there's a beach.
I'll take you eventually.
Yeah, you won't.
Yes, I will.
Okay,
Maniad.
this is.
It's okay.
We're
Someday,
adults.
just go to Lake Tahoe.
We are the adults.
It's better than the ocean.
How so? Dude,
Yeah,
prettier.
guys. So
Joseph,
Fire Emblem,
what are we
yeah,
talking
it's
about?
like they light emblems on fire, and they're like, look at my emblem, it's on fire, and then trap card.
Martha says do Supernatural.
No, I'm not doing Supernatural.
There's an anime, though.
It's anime.
No, there is
It's
an anime.
John Explain. Oh yes, there is. I discovered that.
Garbage.
Yeah, I'm not watching it. No, it's the exact same thing. It's just Japanese animated.
It's so bad. They literally just cut these shows
Do
like.
you have
There's
Becca's
only like
phone?
one of the voices.
Grass
No, I
Snake
don't
Guild's-
have Becca's phone.
Oh, apparently we have someone that's a fan of snakes. Heck, my name is Two Snakes and a Grass Snake Guild Serpent.
Whoever likes snakes out there, I love you. My brother
Okay,
owns
people
a
want fire.
albino king
People
snake.
want Fire Sword back. Okay, so here's what. Okay, so this one's gonna be
guys,
a little more up
only
to
have
you guys.
4 minutes. I mean,
Yeah, in 4 minutes we are gonna do. But tell me in the comments section, what do you guys want to know about Fire Sword specifically? Because I do have a few discussion points that I want to do after John explains. But like, hit me up. Tell me what you guys want me to talk about.
We are so unorganized today.
We are.
Oh, Nathan lives in California. Good for you, buddy.
Nice.
See, and I'm over here texting girls who are coming to my bridal shower in the morning because they don't know what to wear. I don't know what to wear either.
See the light where
What
the
should I
sky
wear,
meets the
John?
sea. It calls Becca. Thank you, Gamer Inspector. I will take her eventually. You guys are mean.
So,
I was gonna say something to
What was our
gosh,
next,
man. Nobody's
topic?
just like, no votes.
Oh, now it's just. Oh my god. Guys, votes! Now! I know there's at least 5 of you out
Martha
there.
loves
I was gonna
snakes.
say something. I
This
totally
is
forgot
how
to
we
say.
met, Martha. I picked up a snake and scared all the kids but you. This is the kind of youth leader I am.
That's how you met?
I'm pretty sure that's how she was in my group, but that's like how we became friends.
Let's see.
Do you guys
Okay,
want pizza?
later.
Later.
This is sad. This is high production.
Okay, Nathan.
Us talking up a staircase.
Okay, Nathan, why won't I make... Okay, so we got... Gamer, no, not Moana. Okay,
Yes,
so first
let's do
question, what
Moana.
inspired me to make...
While we drown Joseph, it'll be double torture.
I mean, we could eat pizza on the podcast, but I feel like that.
Gamer wants us to explain Avatar The Last Airbender, but he just started the series this week, and I do not want to give him spoilers for that.
No,
I can do it.
No, you cannot
Without
spoil
spoilers?
that!
Without spoiling? Oh, yes, I can.
Can you, though?
Can
How many times?
That's a good question.
Jonathan, how many times have you rewatched this show?
I've
Dude,
watched that show so many times.
I haven't even watched
Ah,
it.
why do people keep voting for me to do it?
Because I
You're
hate
gonna get a real short explanation if you.
Yeah,
watch
you guys
it,
are
just
gonna- and
saying.
that-
Well, on the other hand, if we
I'm
do
too
Avatar The Last Airbender, that
There
might be a
will be
good
no
thing.
spoilers.
That
There won't
would
be
be a
any
good thing.
spoilers.
There
Okay,
would
I
be
can do
fewer
that. All right.
spoilers. Fewer
All right. So
spoilers.
what? Okay. So one of the questions is what inspired me to make Fire Sword. You know what? It's honestly been so long, I actually forget how I even got to that subject. I was just, like, Best I Could Roll, I was just sitting there one day and I was just like, hey, what if Kirito and the others ended up being in Fire Emblem? What happened there?
Stop it.
Oh, he's starting book 2, so...
So there's gonna be no spoilers.
Max is kissing
and
the cat.
The second question is, why won't I make a sequel on Fire Sword? Let me...
No, we'll do that later.
We'll do that later? Is it time? Alright, I'll get to that question after John explains. I gotta get dunked, apparently.
Oh, no, stall, please, for the love of all that is holy.
Why, what?
Because I don't have a picture up yet. Gosh.
Nice job, John.
Well, Joe, I kind of got the thing a few seconds ago, I'm just saying.
Fair enough. Why won't I make a sequel to Fire Sword? I don't see the need for one.
Becca, why are you
sleeping?
Like,
I'm not sleeping.
What are you afraid of?
There's gonna be a bonus chapter.
I seriously thought we were gonna pick up the camera and move it. That's why I went into the sorry. No, bonus chapter.
We've another like 3 seconds.
Yeah. There's gonna be a bonus chapter. It's for Patreon viewers only. For however much you usually on Patreon you get early access to a chapter if you pay $10 a month or more. But for this one, I'm gonna make it any amount that you donate. You can see this chapter. It's gonna be following what happens to. Let's see. It's gonna be Aiko, Yuki, Inigo, Severa, Owain, and Sinon. Those six are gonna be Anankos, and shenanigans are gonna abound from there. It's kind of a little teaser about like just to leave you guys with a little what if. Wait, what?
Sorry, 1 second. My friend asked me a question.
Okay, gamer. Yeah, you're right. I did kind of set up for a sequel, but what I'm going for this time is like I actually kind of almost want to see somebody else take up the story, see what they do with it, because it's not that I'm burnt out. It's just that I'm out of ideas for what to do with the Fire Sword universe because I've been doing it for such a long time and my resources are just exhausted on it, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, so to speak.
You are a dead horse, Joe.
Very cute one.
Very charming. The bee is back! Woo!
The bee is back?
The bee is back! Yay! Hey guys, guess what?
What?
It's time for
John explains.
We need more cameras.
Should we move the speaker, or is the speaker good?
The speaker is good where it's at.
We haven't had a problem with it yet. I mean, hey Max, you know.
As long as we don't have an image superimposed over Joseph's face while he's underwater, so you can't actually tell what he's doing.
His job. I'm proud of me. Okay.
Yeah, and
Becca, do you got a timer going?
Oh, timer. Sorry. Okay. I got you.
So, I have to do this with no spoilers.
No spoilers.
I will not spoil a single thing.
Oh, there's going to be so many spoilers.
No, there's going to be no spoilers.
I have faith in you,
believe you. I'm trying to find
the opening dialogue.
No.
You know what you're going to do?
Yeah, I know what I'm going to do.
Hold on.
Buddy.
Alright, I've got a stopwatch.
Okay.
Right, let me know when.
Ready! 3, go! Okay, so in Avatar The Last Airbender, Toph and Zuko, they end up making children, and that's how Legend of Korra gets started off. Korra is Zuko and Toph's son. And, you know, joke's on them, it's a daughter, they didn't know. And then, you know, she discovers on how she's the Avatar because her parents were interracial, you know, and they don't like that it was interracial. They were just like...
Well, there's no spoilers.
No spoilers. That wasn't an explanation. It was an explanation. What the heck?
I'm gonna go get pizza.
What just happened? And
Well, that was
you were just trying. Yeah.
And that was John Explains.
I'm
This is the worst John Explains I've ever been through.
You know, I was so surprised that I didn't even stop the timer, so I have no idea.
Okay, so Gamer Inspector believed us for a few seconds, apparently.
Oh, that's funny. Wow,
Hey,
dude.
Toph and Zuko. That is a ship that is original.
Is it?
No one has ever thought of that.
That's...
I think anybody that's seen the episode after the Ember Island players thinks that.
No.
Because Toph never got to go on a life-changing field trip.
Yeah,
she's very upset about it.
She likes to. Yeah, that's talking.
Nah,
Spoilers,
you need to watch season 3 again.
I need pizza.
Yes, you do need pizza. Oh,
Ow!
I'm sorry.
That was my foot. So what's next on the agenda?
What's next on the agenda?
I should know that. I should have this on my phone so I can tell you.
You really should. What? Why didn't you think of this sooner? Oh, sorry. Hang on. I got some more
I never think
reviews.
of these things till the podcast.
I got some more reviews for Firesword. I'm just gonna read these real quick.
Okay, I'm changing my position.
Sorry, my friend's wanting some manga suggestions, so I'm just sending it. Hey, if you guys know any good manga, tell me and I'll probably read it. Because I've read half of Full Alchemist already.
It's huge. The set is
Hey,
like,
gamer.
he has the whole set. It's super
27
cool.
volumes.
I'm so excited for that podcast. I can't wait.
So good.
I really want to do that podcast.
This manga's but one of my favorites so far.
Well, you gotta read them, so you're not just sitting there giggling by
I'm sorry.
yourself and hating people.
I'm sorry. Okay, so gamer. Okay, so
agreed no
gamer, if you wanna take up on a sequel to Firesword, by all means, go ahead.
Joe, that should be your new novel about Zuko and Toph.
No, see, I actually refuse to write any fan fictions about The Last Airbender because I only write fan fictions about stories that I think need a little bit of fixing.
What was that? Why? I dare you.
Hey, no, these are great. A lot of surprise.
And that's how you know I'm a fan of the show, is because I know how to make fun of it.
This is true. Take advantage
And
of
I
this.
promise,
What's
no
that?
spoilers.
If you guys have any good anime suggestions or any good manga suggestions, please put them in the chat or in the comments once this video is done.
Max and me are losers.
Pokemon Adventures, best version of the Pokemon world.
Oh, is that the really dark one?
It might be.
Like the really sadistic version of Pokemon?
It might be.
Like where they literally eat other Pokemon?
Dude, what
Wait,
are you talking
what?
about? Dude, the only good version of Pokemon is Crapsule Monsters. by
Gamer
Yu-Gi-Oh.
dares you to do that. To do that.
No,
to
it's
do
a-
the John explains
it's a
like
manga.
that for Moana. Might have to do that next
I can
week.
do that.
I have to go to the chat
sounds
That'd
myself.
be funny.
That'd be funny.
That sounds really good. I think we
Let's
have
do
one
that
for
next week. Let's do
Yeah,
that next
let's
week.
do Moana.
Speaking of next week, I think we're gonna do. It's actually gonna be might be the last podcast that we have in this setting because after that I'm moving out. Getting my own place.
Our apartment.
Now instead
let's
of
see.
parents yelling
I
at
think
us, we'll
we're
get
gonna-
neighbors.
Yep.
Yep.
Woo!
Let's see. I'm thinking next week we should do Death Note.
Yes.
Woo!
that's
I own the entire
great.
manga set.
I would just like to
Nice,
say,
bring it.
Should we have?
I
We should have
suggested
Discuss it.
this.
Yes, we
Yeah.
should have Chris.
I suggested this a month ago.
I've been waiting
Just
for
know
this
that.
very impatiently.
By the way, gamer,
Thank you,
Nathan's
gamer. I
trying to
will
get your
take that.
attention. He says that if you want to do a sequel based off of Fates, he'll send you some OCs. So take him up on that because I do enjoy taking it. That's one thing that I really like doing on fanfiction in general is taking other people's OCs whenever they want to supply them because it's fun to throw in a new dynamic that I wasn't completely prepared for. It makes things a little more interesting.
Actually, Gamer Inspector, is that a show version or is that a manga? I think it's a manga.
We should do like a game show one week, like just for the fun of it. We should
Like
just
how-
Egg Russian roulette. Box of lies.
no, like an improv
It's like-
game. Like,
Copy?
well, I'll show you what I'm talking about like after.
Maybe we should do like $1 Million Bud at some point.
No, yeah, like I think we've discussed it at some point, like doing board games and stuff like that, like
I
just
know.
for the fun
You
of it.
guys really? wanna
If you
watch
guys really
that?
wanna watch
I
that,
mean, you're
I
watching
wouldn't want to
this,
watch me.
So
Sometimes. I'm pretty funny sometimes, but then other times it's like this time where I say that Zuko and Toph make Korra, and that does happen, kids.
What the heck?
That is the bees and the birds talks I'm gonna have with my kids.
By these comments, I'm kind of excited
so
for
many
this Pokemon
confused
site.
people.
Pokemon Adventures. Oh, it's a manga. Okay, good. The series makes
All
get
right.
chills through my spine.
Apparently, there's like a zombie Psyduck at some point.
I'm
Yeah,
so
according to
happy.
the chat.
This
I'm
is
gonna
good
check this
food.
out really quickly. Give me a minute.
Look at him eating pizza in front of everyone.
Now I'm hungry. Okay, so one of the discussion points that we usually do is favorite characters. So let's see. Let's go with Max because he's just based off of Heroes or Awakening or whatever you've played. What's your favorite character?
Favorite character, like, just character-wise, like,
Sure, however you want to describe.
look-wise, let me check, because I don't remember the names,
Oh,
because there's
boy.
so many characters. I don't know the names of the characters.
I already have one off the bat, Joe.
Let's all go.
Okay, so I have a favorite female and favorite male.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna do
Favorite male, Inigo. I love him. I'm just
My
like,
name is Inigo
yeah.
Montoya.
You in my mind. You're about to die. Don't die, Becca.
Okay, see, for Fire Sword, one of my favorite chapters that I ever wrote, and I think was received by the audience, was where the people from SAO start popping up because they went looking for Kirito after he and his family went missing. And the chapter where Inigo shows up, he and Klein team up to hit on girls. Right. Like they're going to bars and stuff because they're just like, yeah, we compare notes, let's see what the other one knows. They're just being stupid, and it's fantastic. What?
I just gave myself a migraine with pizza crust. Not sure how that happened.
That's
but
impressive.
I hurt.
You inhaled the flower.
I hurt.
So.
You were saying?
And then my favorite female character is tied between Morgan and Kana because I love Kana's hair and personality, and I like
Kana,
Morgan.
the alcoholic. Just kidding.
Yes, Kana. Yes, with the swimsuit
and
short shorts.
They're basically the same in terms of personality.
Are they
No,
both
they're
alcoholics?
not. One is non-alcoholic and a slut, and the other one's just a little girl that you're like
just
protect. Joe, when you see Kana,
No, I'm talking about Fire Emblem, Kana, and Morgan.
Protect.
Ow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You okay?
Yeah.
It's okay. I stabbed her repeatedly, 47 times in the chest to beat. So.
Woo.
Carl!
That kills people, Carl.
I was gonna let them make the joke, but
Cut the hands and cook them up. The rumblies, the only hands can satisfy.
Carl, that kills people.
Just that entire.
I have an alpaca.
we should change the name of this podcast to WTF.
Do you
What the
believe
flubby
me?
wubby?
Probably
Yes.
should. No,
Because this isn't even a Fire Emblem one.
Yeah,
no, you said okay. So what's the what's
They're evil.
okay? So why
He
is it
looks
tied
like
between Morgan and
a
Kana for
surfer
you?
dude.
Because I protect both. I'm just
He
like,
has no
you're
name.
awesome,
I call
you're
him
awesome.
Tina.
You know, pretty great. I like Kana's like.
Morgan's a little more sadistic than Kana is.
Por qué?
Yeah.
Like, wait, how many different
All
support?
of them.
Okay, have you seen what she tries to do to her dad?
Joe, that's fun and games.
If she had gotten him to fall in that hole, she would have crippled him.
No, Joe, fun and games.
I once left my brother in a hole.
Oh yeah. How long did you leave him there?
Not long. He cried pretty fast. I felt
Man.
bad.
Prolonged eye contact.
Okay, so what? Okay, so I don't think you explained though. Why is Inigo your favorite?
Inigo my favorite
Okay.
male? I don't know. I just like him a lot.
You like him a lot. What did you think of him being?
He killed the six-fingered man.
Yes, and his name is Inigo Montoya.
So were you happy about him being transferred over to Fates as Laszlo?
Joe,
Did you not? Figure...
Inigo's in Fates.
Yes, but he has a different name.
No, Joe. Inigo is the son of the red-headed assassin.
Who was killed by a six-fingered man.
No.
Oh, that was.
But yes, maybe. We don't know.
Wait,
that.
did you not play the?
No, Joseph. That is
Laszlo.
the son of your Crom's sister in the first game. Is
He
who
makes
you're thinking
swords.
of, Laszlo. I am talking about Inigo from the second game, who is the son of the red-headed guy, Sazio. The son of Sazio.
Sizo?
I will flip you off right now.
No, the only definitive parent that Inigo has in Awakening is Olivia, because it's maternal in that.
Inigo is from Fates. I am talking about the descendant of Sazio, and he looks like me.
What are
I
you
like
on,
Sazio.
dude?
I like Sazio's.
I'm talking
pizza.
about Fire Emblem Awakening Inigo, right?
Yes,
He's the dancer guy.
That's not the name of the dancer.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Fact check
You're thinking of Gaius. I will show you a picture of Inigo right now.
See who you're talking about if I have them.
Guys, please continue
Okay.
the podcast while
Discussion.
While we're
debate
fact
this.
checking,
Yes, you're up.
I'm going
What
to
are we
prove
talking
him
about?
wrong.
I
Inigo,
guess
Fire
least
Emblem.
favorite kind girl characters.
Oh.
Go for it.
Oh, characters.
There's just so many I don't know.
There's characters. They
Joseph,
have hair
his son.
and they have faces.
His son.
Are you? You're talking about Asugi
and
or Gaius? Or Gaius?
Fire
This,
Sword?
this,
Luke Skywalker.
this is Inigo, you moron.
I love Inigo as well. Actually.
I named my dog Yui, but Yui's not
Okay,
really my favorite character.
to clarify, he's thinking of Gaius. Or Asugi.
Asugi. His name is not Gaius.
Which I haven't figured.
Why do you call him Gaius? His name is Asugi. It is never spelled Gaius.
In Fire Emblem Awakening, it is Gaius.
Oogies.
He's a thief.
Oogies.
No, it's not Oogies. His name is Asugi.
In that game yet, so
Wait, what?
I am very confuzzled right now.
they don't have all the characters in that game yet.
Yeah.
Do you have a character yet?
Okay. So Tharja also appears. Her name is Rajat, and then Cordelia also appears, but I forget what her name is because it's some really weird spelling.
Wait,
But for whatever reason, those 3 adults appear in
I know
Fates
Tharja,
as separate incarnations or whatever. I actually haven't figured that out.
By the way, can we all just say that Selena looks like Silica?
Kinda? Like a meaner version of her, I guess.
So does Sarah. So do they just all start with S's? If they look like Silica, they're just like, let's give them an S. Blue.
Fire Emblem's been around for a lot longer, just saying.
Perry's
Oh,
an
it's been for a
idiot.
long time.
Oh, I hate Perry. She's annoying.
Oh, yeah, she's also horrible in the.
Wait,
Heroes.
I want to see who Shauna is.
Oh yeah, click
Who
the
is
top
this
left-hand corner.
Ah. Thank you.
No, but if you guys don't have Fire Emblem Heroes, get it. It's actually really fun.
It's
And
a
then
lot of
there's
fun.
Ram. There's Ram in the game.
There's what?
We'd all... Wait, I'll make that joke later. I'll make that joke with you later. Thanks. I have a joke for Ram and Ram.
Okay. Yeah, I actually haven't figured out why those 3 adults from Awakening are in. They appear as children, is what the weird part is in Fates.
I want to eat the cat right now.
Why do you want it? You have a perfectly good pizza.
John,
It looks so tasty.
they're already mad about the claws.
Scary Perry.
No.
Anyway, but
Perry is what would happen if Lisa had a mental breakdown.
Is that what
Huh.
people are saying?
That actually makes sense.
Which Lisa?
Lisa, Crom's sister?
I'm going to just assume they're talking about the Mona Lisa,
Lisa,
and nod my head and say
who
yes.
plays the saxophone and is very liberal.
No, we're talking about the Mona Lisa.
Oh my goodness.
It's my
Okay, John, what was your...
Mona Lisa.
Okay, for Fire... Okay, so Fates and Awakening, what was your favorite pairing? What was your favorite pairing to go with?
I don't care.
You don't care? At all?
Are we talking?
I mean,
ships
if
or-
we're talking about back then, Joe, if we were going by normal standards, they would be like, well, you know, you're buff, I'm buff. We'd make a strong child. Don't really like you, but, you know, you got the genes. Just saying.
I like Azura. Just the character design of her alone, I like a lot.
Azura?
Are you into blue-haired chicks, Max?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, I just realized I was talking about the wrong fan fiction just now.
Of course, Tiki,
Wait, which one were you
Sorry,
talking about?
guys.
Dragon,
Star
silent
Sword.
version of
Not Fire
Tiki.
Sword. My brain. I don't know why I went
Because
there.
there's
Very
swords.
good.
There's swords and stuff.
This
They're swords.
podcast
They're so
is falling
similar.
apart. I'm eating pizza in the middle of it.
I don't know characters
The
like
cat's messing
all their
with the
names
cords, so I
because
don't even know if
there's
it's
so many
recording
characters
properly
in the
or not.
series that
They're really, for each game alone, there's 50 protagonists.
it's just it's excessive how many characters they have.
I don't even know how many games they have. They have hundreds and hundreds of protagonists.
I'm
It's-
tired. This pizza is like crap.
Is that
Like, it's
Dion's
really
or
good.
Domino's?
No, it's Domino's.
Oh, it's Mario's. Okay.
No,
It's
not
better.
yours.
But Lucina's also up there.
Yes, Lucina's a fun character.
Yeah.
She's actually one of my favorites because she's one of those characters where she's super serious, but they do the funny little quirks really well. Like, you know how we're kind of talking about that. How we have this super badass character who seems perfect in every way, and then they just have this one really weird quirk where it's
I think
why
it's
is
kinda,
this a thing?
the shipping thing is kind of creepy because they purposefully designed the characters to make it so that the player is like, yeah, I would be with
When
that
did Ninian
character
come
in
in?
that world because you design your character so it's essentially you, and then you're just like. I kind of think it's a little sick and sad. They're just like, yeah, we designed this one girl to be like a tsundere. It's always a tsundere, by the way. They're always super just want to smack you. And then you're like, no, you're nice. Okay, we'll skip dinner. I'll buy you breakfast. No, I'll make you breakfast.
When did Ninian come in?
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Odin with Elise. I actually haven't
don't know.
tried that one. Whoa!
You're so mean.
Shots fired.
That
was
went
really cold.
everywhere.
I didn't even say anything that bad. I said I'll make you breakfast. I was talking about cinnamon toast. What were you thinking?
Yeah, get your mind out of the gutter, Becca.
God.
I just had nothing to say.
Well, guess what?
I couldn't
I'm going
get
to
it on
take
you
off
'cause
my
you
shirt
freak
for the
out.
rest of the podcast. Her fault.
Okay. Okay, apparently this is actually happening. Okay, whatever.
What's up?
Where's Robin when you need him?
Word.
I have a question for you though.
Actually,
What
I'm
game
gonna
did
put my shirt
Ninian
back
come
on.
into?
What game did what?
Ninian come into play.
Indian? Let me see who that is. I'm not familiar with that character. I have no idea who that is.
Hey,
Wait.
The Blazing
hey! I
Blade or
can't
whatever.
aim at you there because of
Okay.
the microphone.
You don't know who Ninian is?
Nope. She's not in Faith Sword Awakening. I need to play Fire Emblem Echoes. That's the one I haven't played. No.
There we go.
Kiddo, you are getting muscle.
Yeah,
Good
I
for
am.
you.
Of course, there's also
I said
her,
I was.
It's awesome.
Julia.
Called 300 push-ups a day. It's tiring.
Huh.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm familiar with Sea Life. I'm not familiar with Julia.
I peed myself off stage.
No, gamer!
What did he say?
The gamer says his favorite parent is Corin with Moana.
With Moana? I love
Stop it! I'm not gonna go see it.
I wet myself. I'm so sorry, guys. This is really embarrassing. I had too much to drink and just... Becca, what was in the water? What was in the pizza?
It gave me a migraine. I'm like hurting. It's hard for me to not like scream right now.
It's hard for
I
me
know
to-
I'll play Echoes, Nathan. I will. I promise.
It's hard
but
for me to
probably not a fan.
concentrate
Don't
right
expect
now.
the fan
I
fiction
don't
out
know
of
if
it.
I should be
Just
concentrating
being
on
honest
the
here.
cat, the microphone, or the camera.
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 Just make
I'm,
them
I'm,
feel comfortable.
I'm doing
Stare
what
at
I'm.
them.
I'm doing what I'm
Okay.
supposed to. I'm playing Fire Emblem.
Everything's falling apart. You
This
can't
is-
control it. You got
Okay.
copyright.
are you talking about?
Okay, I think now we're gonna talk about the mistakes that I made while I was doing Fire Sword, because there were a lot of them. I'll be honest.
Was there a lot of grammar, like in your book?
Oh yeah, there was. I'm sure there was. There wasn't one of the ones that Becca was helping me edit. It was
Yeah, I don't know this story at all.
like
That's why I've been of no use today.
What are you doing?
She's new.
I'm tired.
Who's new? her.
Hi, Kara.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
not.
that's Smart's love interest.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure. Wait, hand it over.
Give
She
me a
has
minute.
blue hair.
Let me see it.
Big
Let me see it. Let me see it. I
falling
think I know
Summoning.
it.
I'm not done summoning.
They
Go away.
will not.
I'm gonna flip you off, man.
So one of the biggest mistakes that I made that
See,
I'm
can I
sure
see
a
it?
lot of you
Yeah.
guys noticed
I was gonna just.
was that I tried to write
Take a sip
in way too many characters into every scene.
Actually, I don't want to ruin the fabric. You already got the couch wet.
Like I was like everybody loves all these characters, so I'm gonna put all of them in here. That was a really bad idea because
That
then it's
will
really
be
hard to
a
keep track of
painful
who's doing what and where they're at the whole time.
Man, we have nothing to say about this. I'm just like, why are we here?
Martha, I'm glad that you love my book so much, but it wasn't my best work.
I love her. She's the dragon
No
lady.
way! I love her. She's great.
She has no clothes.
Yeah, she does.
No, she doesn't.
She's also kind of a child.
No, she
It makes
no, wait,
it
no,
worse.
she's like 1,000 years. No, wait, she's like 1,000 years old. That's right.
She's 1,000 years old, yet she looks like a child, and she's in the sex trading business. So, what do we know?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And
What kind of game is this?
One that rescues slaves from that
To
crap.
be fair, it is implied.
Yeah, they don't actually.
Doesn't
say-
make it any better.
It's made by Japanese people.
By the way, did you
beautiful.
like the artwork I put? I took that.
Yes. Is that from Kimi no Na wa?
No, those are fireworks, and I took a picture.
Oh, nice. I actually like that. That's actually really cool.
We should
Aw,
use-
she looks like this stereotypical love
Who?
interest.
Let me see. Which one? Yeah, that's
She
the one that
looks like
Mark's supposed
Urza.
I would show you,
Blue
but we won't be able
I
to
think
see it
I'm
because the
broken.
camera won't be able to focus.
to. Nathan knew we were talking about Naui. Yes, we're talking about Naui.
Nathan's like, yeah, now? You're like, yeah.
Okay.
So what do we talk about now?
He's talking about stuff he did wrong. Besides, so
Can I
his
eat the
characters, too many
microphone?
characters,
There's too many-
dialogue.
There
It
were
looks
way too many characters.
tasty.
It made it. So yeah, like. Okay, so Nathan, okay, wait a minute. Let's see. Okay, gamer.
Oh, I got a message.
Let's see. Is a gamer that said that he was gonna do.
Oh, she sent me a bunch of messages.
I'm gonna bite the
Oops.
cat real quick.
Sorry.
If you
Sorry, I'm
guys
trying
hear
to.
it,
I'm trying to go back in the. Was it gamer that said that he was gonna do? He was gonna do
Golly.
Fire Emblem. Continuation.
I'm gonna get you.
Yeah. Okay, so gamer. Something that something that's very difficult to do, especially with the Fire Emblem games. If you're going to actually do a sequel to Fire Sword, you need to bear in mind that you should only have a few characters in at any given time. And this is true for any story. Like, try not to have more than 4 people in a dialogue at any given time, I would say. Because... What?
Okay, don't worry about it.
Did Robin do something?
No, Martha did.
Where did they get this picture?
Let me see that.
I'm
me
not
see
on
that.
Instagram.
I
Oh, wait. No, this is for me.
Hey, what?
We'll post it for you guys.
It calls me.
John, show them. Let me see.
We should just,
No.
you know what? I think we should make an Instagram page for all of the memes that we get from this podcast.
That's what we
Do
have
you guys think?
hashtag snap a couch for.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but we can also do, we should do Instagram.
I think I'm
You
gonna
know,
create
Becca,
an Instagram
you can manage the
specifically
Instagram thing if you want to do it.
Yeah, specifically for this, just so we can have like all
I
of
hate
the
this
memes
game so much.
in one place.
What?
I hate this game so much.
I thought you just said you loved it.
I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
This is great.
What are you
I'm
complaining
gonna
about?
keep these forever, Martha. I
Let me see
don't
this.
think there's any way
Hit
to download them.
Fart!
Dude, you need to like send them to me on Facebook so I can actually download these pictures because they're awesome.
Yes.
So we can share them with the world.
We'll re-upload them to Twitter or something.
This is great.
Oh my goodness! What the heck?
Hey guys, this is we are we are the professionals.
Oh my god!
Obviously.
Eat your tail.
Cat, look at the camera.
Hi.
Thank you, Martha. This is great. I don't know where Robin's at, but he's gonna have some competition when he gets
Oh,
back.
these are great.
Hundreds of people love and adore you, Cat.
I look
Why
so
don't you
creepy
love
in
them
that
back?
meme. I look so creepy. Like, look at me.
Yeah.
I look so scary.
You look kind of scary.
See the light.
Oh my goodness.
See the light
See-
where the
No.
sky
See the light for the sky.
Okay, so this. Okay, guys.
calls me.
Guys.
You're sharp. Okay.
Okay, so something that I won't say exactly was a mistake, but something that was definitely a learning experience
Is
was.
breathing.
What's that?
Nothing. They
What?
hurt.
Breathing? Sure, I think I'll stop doing that. No, I lost my temper pretty hard. I lost my temper pretty hardcore. One chapter because this guy had been dogging me for well over a year,
Oh, I remember
and
this
like
day.
the dam kind of broke loose when he told me
I heard about
he
this.
told me to stop having Josh help me write Legacy of Korra, which although Josh isn't on the podcast anymore, he's still helping me do that, and that's something we really really enjoyed together. And I'm like, you don't tell someone how to manage their family life.
Yeah.
Like that's
Did he
crossing.
know it was him?
Yeah, I told him I was like I told him like the week before that I blew my top. I said it's my brother you're talking about. I'm telling you to stop. I'm not asking you anymore. And they went ahead and made some other offhanded comment again. So the way that I lost my temper was I specifically created a character based off of this person, and I had them dealt with very very brutally, and it was really really satisfying to do actually, but like probably not my finest moment.
Have you read C.S. Lewis?
Yeah, that's kind of why I
feel
justified
like
That's kind of why I
like,
justified
in his
it.
Space trilogy, the villains are all professors, and I feel like they're based on people he knew. I don't know for sure, but it really seems very passive aggressive.
Give me my water.
Stop playing. Are you gonna play with it?
Yes. Give me my water.
I'll do it.
Don't play with it.
Do it.
Do it again, I dare you.
Do it.
No.
Get him.
Do it again, I dare you.
So
Do it.
what I'll say about that?
Okay, Palpatine.
Do it. Do it.
What I'll say about that is that it was very therapeutic, although perhaps releasing it as a chapter wasn't exactly the greatest idea. Because why?
Stop playing with the bottle.
I feel like every
I'm
single
out.
podcast
I'm done.
we say
I
we're not gonna throw stuff, and we do anyway.
Oh, poor cat. You
That's
scared
why I'm
the cat.
trying not to like involve myself with this right now. Whenever he has a water ball, I do something that's
This is
away
this is
from
why
him.
we don't throw things.
What are you
this
doing,
is the
John?
reason. This broken
You
thing
don't know
right
what
here.
my life story.
Yeah, but that's my podcast you're messing with. What are you doing?
Oh my
I'm not
gosh.
doing actually
I
anything
just
right
I can't
Okay.
get over all these memes.
Oh my goodness.
Ugh. Oh my goodness.
Quick question: who are the two guys with you? I forgot their names. This is Max. That is John. John is my
So-
brother. Max is one of his best friends.
And this is clickbait cat.
Poor clickbait cat.
He's fine.
So, there's two lessons to be learned here. One, don't piss off writers. We have really therapeutic means of of
yeah.
taking out our anger. And the other is try and keep your, like, it's good to invest yourself into a story, but don't make it super personal, because,
What are you
like...
talking about? I'm drunk.
You're just tired drunk now. He
tired.
has this thing where he gets drunk without any alcohol at all. It's
Yep.
really weird.
It's called Slap Happy.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it.
He takes it to another level, though.
I can play the bassoon.
Guys, I moved your couch.
Bassoon. Wait, did you post on Facebook?
John Martha did.
Wait, which one?
You. All of them.
Can I eat the microphone? It looks tasty. We might have... Robin, if you ever see this later on, you might have some competition for the meme master.
No, Robin will always be meme master.
He will be the master of the bees.
Super Monkey Balls 2 was a weird game.
That was a hard game.
That was a great game.
That was a fantastic game.
Yep.
That was like...
I didn't realize until like 5 years until like 5 years ago that you were...
What?
That
You keep summoning people. Click thing and then hit summon again and just keep doing it until...
Which color?
Like, yeah, I didn't realize that for the
roll
main campaign you were tilting the stage to get the ball
yeah.
rolling. I didn't realize that until like 5 years after I started playing it.
It's impossible later on.
Oh my gosh.
I chose the black one.
It's a black one.
There's a black one.
Black what?
You got Klein.
I got Klein.
He got Klein.
Who got Klein?
Just keep summoning.
Okay, Aaron wants to know what was my favorite moment in Fire Sword.
Do you want me to read it?
Are we talking comedy or are we talking like seriousness or? I'll just go through them. So for comedy, it was when Klein and Inigo are teaming up. That chapter just made me laugh the whole time because of how the sheer ridiculousness of what was happening. And another funny moment was where I let Henry get a hold of Volflame, which is one of the it's one of the 12 holy spells for the universe. It's the holy fire spell.
All of it's gone.
It melts crap. And if you know Henry, it's a bad idea to give it to him. John, you know who I'm talking about, right?
Wait, what?
Do you remember which character Henry is, right? He's the one that's obsessed with the ravens and stuff. No, he makes really bad bird puns.
Bird? Android 16? Birds?
Nathan wants to know, how many orbs do you have, Max?
All of them.
That was a great face. That one as well.
Because you've been summoning this whole time.
Oh, this is adorable.
Who?
Faye.
Do you understand how I get?
She says
stuff
she
in there
wants the D. Literally. Not me paraphrasing. Wants it's D-E-E.
now? I had so many on there.
She wants
I had
the
some
D.
like 60 something.
No one's gonna.
I had so many of the orbs.
How did you pay for them or what?
No, I just didn't buy any because I had all the ones that are up there were horrible at the time. So I just kept beating missions and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then they gave me like 15 more. I'm like, okay.
Let's see.
Titania.
Let's see. In terms of seriousness, I like writing wedding chapters. Those are always fun. So
Seriousness.
serious. What?
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Urza.
Her name is literally Titania as well.
Ugh.
What? Let me see this. Oh my goodness, Becca, it's Urza in Fire Emblem,
It's the.
Oh
Urza.
my goodness.
and her name is Titania.
That's
Oh my
amazing.
goodness.
I'm tired.
That's pretty
Hi,
cool.
Bo. How are you? You doing good?
Do you want to go dunk yourself? It's rather refreshing.
I'm debating.
Do
Go
it.
do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Joe,
Do it.
whenever you do it, you have floaties in there. Right?
No, I don't.
Josh
Back
leaves floaties in
Josh
there.
leaves boogies. His boogies
He doesn't
boogie,
clean
and
his
he
nose.
doesn't wash out the bowl either. And then we come back. He's like, "Yeah, I cleaned the bowl," and there's boogers in the bowl, and you're like,
Did the line about? Yes, it did. I was distinctly trying. For Aaron asks in chapter 49, Grima declaring himself as a god. Did it remind Kirito of Sugo? Yeah, I was deliberately trying to draw that parallel because I was trying to basically piss Kirito off.
"Meanwhile, in a parallel universe."
Which, by the way, I want to know out of the viewers here, how many of them called Kirito being able to dual wield falchions at the end of it? That's something I'm curious because I got a little bit of that feedback about that in the comments on the fanfiction, but
Well, no kidding. If he can dual wield, he can dual wield. He's
yeah, but you have to have
It's dual.
no, but you remember falchion doesn't.
Yukine! Blessed vessel!
Blessed vessel.
So we were just watching that episode.
Or
today.
Do you know what's a really good show that I like? Asterix War, but nobody liked that. At the end, he learns how to like change the sword like midway.
Nathan Chavez wants you to dunk yourself, by the way.
You know what, Nathan? Fine.
Ew.
Feel better?
You did this.
Tony is an A class, by the way.
Nice.
It's horrible. She's.
Was not expecting the. Oh yeah, that was something that I kind of came up with. So you know how at the end of Awakening you get the exalted falchion, right? Like Crom performs the Awakening, the falchion turns into an orange blade and kind of glows blue.
Oh yeah, it's called a falchion, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, I have not played that game in a while.
Yeah.
I
So,
started
like-
another account where I played as a female, but I didn't like it at all. I'm like, playing as a dude is way better.
Okay, so Nathan, to answer your question, this one was kind of cheap the way I did it, but I'm just I decided to go with it anyways.
Now Nathan, dunk your head in a bowl of water. Let's see if you do it.
To answer Nathan's question, Nathan
No, do
wanted
my
to-
thing first.
Nathan wanted to know how Kirito was able to dual wield falchions,
Do it.
since they're only supposed to be able to be wielded by a royalty family. Crom had just performed the Awakening. Kirito was suffering a lot of blood loss from the fight. So,
If you
Crom
die in the game, you die for real.
Yep.
And then he just rolled away.
It was,
There he goes. He's still going.
John. So Kirito received blood from Crom after he had performed the Awakening ritual, which at least temporarily allowed him to use Falchion. However, we see eventually that even he couldn't use it to its full effect because he doesn't actually have the royal blood. He wasn't able to kill Grima like he wanted to. He had to leave it up to Morgan and Marth. Let's see. Oh yes, and I agree with you. So one of the biggest reasons that one of the biggest reasons that I wrote Fire Emblem, Fire Sword was simply because I wanted to see Klein end up with somebody. So I had him end up with with Cordelia, who is basically the Urza
Got
of.
a chick that turns into a large man.
Yeah, that was kind of awkward.
Wait, what? What?
Oh, nothing.
What?
Oh, nothing.
¿Por qué?
Oh, nothing.
Yo
That
soy
wasn't a spoiler.
Necesito comprendo.
No, you don't. No, so basically, I had him paired up with the Urza of Fire Emblem Awakening.
I don't know how much I care. I'm gonna just zone out for the rest of this. I'm gonna just stare.
You're
at
just
you
gonna
guys.
zone out and stare at.
I'm ready to zone out.
You're already zoned
You've
out.
been on your
Let's
phone,
stare
dude.
at them intensely.
I know. I can't
That's
do anything to this
Prolonged
conversation.
eye contact.
I can't do anything. I can help out with this conversation.
Prolonged
so that's why I'm on
eye
my phone.
contact.
I'm actually gonna go over here.
I was about, if you were going to do it again, I would have done it with you.
Prolonged eye contact.
So yeah, Klein and Cordelia is actually one of the biggest reasons that Fire Sword happened. I just remembered that because like I was really like I was at the point where I was like Klein deserves to have somebody nice. He doesn't deserve to be. He doesn't deserve to be alone all the time.
I'm being a part of this podcast.
I mean, what are you doing?
What is up?
I'm judging both of you.
For?
I'm going to lay down some new rules.
What are these new rules?
No,
Okay,
no
what are you
shoving,
judging- what do you
no
know-
pimple popping,
I haven't pimple popped.
and fiddling with water bottles.
Wait, no drowning. No rolling.
Drowning's fine. Just
Okay.
no messing with your noses during the podcast.
I didn't mess with my nose, did I?
Both of you, you just
I did that.
You just did.
You want back there?
You've been doing it the whole time.
You know what? I need to pee.
Oh my
Continue.
goodness!
This podcast is falling apart.
This
Every
podcast has been trailing.
Every podcast falls apart.
Every podcast
This is
falls.
just how it is.
You are
I
the
just
only
love it.
thing that remains, Chad.
I love
You
it.
are the only
I have
thing.
fun with this.
We
Because
need
I
rules.
built.
See?
Why do we?
See?
I built
You're
you.
messing with your nose.
Why did I make Mataras' real name Mako in the story?
Mako?
Because I love
You named it Mako?
Yep.
As in after the gay eyebrows man.
No! After the guy that voiced Iroh.
Is there a difference?
Yes!
Okay. I would.
That guy's voice acting talent was amazing, and I needed a Japanese kind of sounding name that started with an
I'm
F.
gonna pinch your nose.
How about Misume? Matsuro?
You guys need to
Nathan
take
approves-
allergy medicine.
Nathan approves of you on calling us out.
Or Makashami? Or Makashimi?
Right?
Or Mikishimi?
Gross.
Or Matsu?
Matsuda. Shut up, Matsuda.
Yeah, whatever. I just gave you like.
I wanted to make a reference to someone who's a really good voice actor.
You know what, Joe? Next
Rest
time.
in peace, by the way.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Okay. I think at this point...
You just did it again.
Yeah, I can do that.
See you.
I can do that if I want. So, okay, so at this point, we're going to start doing our... Let's see. I guess we've already kind of started doing our Q&A.
Oh, yeah, guys, if you have questions, you know, you can do it at #SnapCouch. Or you could just put in the stream comments.
There's that.
Or
embarrassing.
You could get into a plane, fly over, and deliver a message.
Mako did play Aku in Samurai Jack. Did they get Greg Baldwin to play his role in season 5 of Samurai Jack? Does anybody know? Because in The Last Airbender, they had him replace Mako in season 3.
Does anybody watch that?
Samurai Jack. What?
Shampoo.
What?
Samurai shampoo.
I am going to wipe my nose if I want to.
That light's
That
broken.
is disgusting.
I'm not picking out boogers. Goodness.
I just replaced you, light bulb. What do you want from me?
Take allergy medicine next time.
I did take allergy medicine.
Take more.
Yeah, Joe, do you see how my hands are like down here most of the time? So it's just yeah, I'm gonna see.
All right.
Roll away.
Roll away. All right. So someone asked me earlier today, what am I going to do now that I'm not doing Firestorm? So a while back, I decided that... Wait, what was that? I decided that...
Ooh, this part of the podcast.
Oh, the actual part of the podcast that everybody wanted to see, but we postponed it an hour with a lot of stupidity and poor planning? Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. Okay, so... What am I going to do after Firesword? A lot of people were hoping to see a Firesword sequel. Sorry, guys, it's not going to happen, though. It sounds like Gamer Inspector might be doing something along that lines. I'll keep talking to him. I have absolutely no problem with him doing that.
Well, yeah, because it's free internet, you know? He's not making money.
So, in a way, this is kind of my way of trying to say, I need a little more help on Patreon, guys. So I'm going to be doing a story now that is for Patreon donors only. It is going to be a Star Wars fairy tale crossover. And it's going to have 0 fairy tale mechanics in it. That's the trick. It's only going to have characters from the show in the story.
What crossover is it?
It's fairy tale crossed over with Star Wars The Old Republic.
Oh.
So what it is the main character...
we were announcing it such a different way.
We're announcing it such a different way?
Oh,
but
yeah.
you gave it away already.
Okay.
You gave it away already.
All
Continue. We're not doing that yet.
No. Let's see. So...
Hold on.
Give me.
Wow.
Give me mine.
This is yours.
That's mine.
Wow. They're going to be like, what the heck is that? Whoa, yeah. Cool moment.
Yes, I love these things.
It's so cool.
Dude, like these things are like, I have a lightsaber in my hands. That was fair.
Didn't work.
What is... Mine worked.
I wanted to ask you a question, by the way.
What did they ask?
Roshan's parents make memories of Roshan have vanished since he chose to stay with Gurkha and the Shepherds.
Yes. What about it?
Wait, question. What was the point of having me on this podcast?
Because I thought you would be a little more helpful in contribution. Emotional support, and I thought you'd be a little more helpful with Fire Emblem lore. You just haven't played the game enough, have you?
I think you're the only one here that's actually played, like, them more than anyone else. Well, you played them more than anyone else here.
Yeah, I would imagine. No. So in any case, the main character is gonna be an original character. It's actually gonna be centered around Light Rosh. We're gonna see what he's like when Mataras is not around.
I'm so excited. I've heard the first part of the first chapter. It's good. I'm excited.
I hear nothing because they stopped letting me in Legend of Korra because I would make fun of how stuff. No,
I don't stop
you guys told me that I was not allowed because remember I kept on being like, you know, it could be implied this way, you know, and they're like, no, it can't, and it was.
Apparently, I have to work on phrasing or something.
Phrasing.
Yeah,
literally.
You're sheltered. You don't think that way.
Excuse me, I have a clean mind, thank you. I just wanted to make people breakfast, but somebody had to dump water on me.
OMGGG, tell me where you got those sabers.
$200.
Nope.
How much did you pay?
I'm not telling you. Becca doesn't want to know.
I'd probably kill him if I knew, but I'm really happy I have a toy.
Becca, it may be 200 plus.
A lot.
It's a lot.
It's from Ultra Sabers. If you want to go find out how much, go look it up yourselves. All I'm gonna say about that. All I'm gonna say, totally worth it.
I don't know. I would like some bowls.
You were like,
I would like a good set of like, or like.
how does it work when I use it, but not you?
Set of china.
Technology hates
It's like
me.
made out of stone. Like the old fashioned, not like the
Oh, it's working.
antique china. I want like.
Oh wait, it's because you might be holding it wrong. You might be holding it too tight.
Where like it
Because
hurts when you touch
the thing is in the thing is in the hilt.
Oh.
So whenever the hilt vibrates enough, that's when the sound's coming
Well, I
out.
have to hold it tight. It's heavy.
It's not that heavy.
It's heavy.
These blades are 3 pounds each. That's not heavy.
I wield it.
I'd rather have something that can actually probably be able to hit somebody like a knife.
Or a gun.
But it's
I'm not
glowy.
allowed to have a gun. That's
Or
okay.
a crossbow. Or make a landmine.
Yeah, I will let him have one.
Are you gonna butterfly knife?
Really, crossbow?
They're fun.
No, she won't let me have a gun.
He's not allowed.
That's why.
Probably
crossbow.
because she'd shoot me with it.
Probably.
Just saying.
Just kidding.
No.
Sort
Oh
of.
yeah, Mason bought a gun.
Oh, good for Mason.
It's called Liberty.
So, anyways, to wrap this up,
I'll discuss that with you.
the story's going to be called The Fairy Tales of the Old Republic. The main character is going to be Light Rush. She's going to be traveling with Team Natsu, which consists of Natsu, Lucy, Gray, Wendy, and Levy's also going to be there.
The masochist,
Yeah, that one.
who loves being choked and beat by Gaju.
Well, then that'll be kind of a good thing when... Well, not a good thing. That'll be a problem when she runs into Darth Blacksteel. I'm kidding. That's not actually going to be a thing.
I was about to vomit. I was gonna
That's
baby
not
barf.
a thing, I promise.
That is not going to be a thing. Oh my goodness, no. No, Gajiel's not even going to actually be in the story. No.
Also,
He could be like Daniel Craig, you know, in Star Wars Episode 7, you know?
just be wearing a mask.
Yeah, just be wearing
Oh
a
yeah,
mask,
just
you know?
have him as some random dark... I could do that.
No, but like, don't even acknowledge.
No,
like,
this
just
is
say,
not
no.
Edelus. This is a totally
Nathan,
different
no.
universe.
Nathan, you
Bye,
made me
Nathan.
Bye,
dunk
Nathan.
my head in water, and you didn't do the same.
Oh,
you
yeah.
and me are on ice.
Golden Cyclone. Go to on the first podcast and you'll find out that answer.
Wait, what?
Wait, bees?
Random question: what's your opinion on Ruby?
Well, that's
Oh,
the
that
second
was-
podcast.
That's second podcast.
Yes,
Blah,
we
blah,
have a podcast about that. It's
Hey,
called Fairy
but-
Tales and Gun Guns.
No, wait, shh. Season 5 comes out for first members October 14th. You
I
guys
wanna
don't
know
get
what's
to
gonna
see
happen.
it for a week.
I'm gonna watch it.
You're you're not taking the account. We pay $2 a month for it.
Okay.
We pay $2.22. You don't know how hard it is. I barely sleep to earn that money.
You don't even have a job!
Yeah, I don't have a job.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for sitting with us through this train wreck of a podcast.
Mom,
What?
Well,
tips for you.
I look forward to seeing you guys on the...
I also have
I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. We will be talking about Death Note. We're going to try and get Mr. Chris Critic to come and join us.
Yeah.
And since we all know that one through and through, I have a feeling it's going to be a little more solid on the schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Max and me have no idea. Becca, do you even
I've
understand?
never done anything. I've drawn some of the characters for people.
I thought we were talking
Which-
about whether or not we understood the
I know, I say this
subject of
every
Fire
week.
Sword.
Really gonna get sent out soon.
Fire Sword is a very
well,
long-term
it's like
project of
episode.
mine. I loved it, and I'm very sad to say goodbye to it. But thanks to everybody for coming here, and thanks to you that have read it. So,
And thanks to you that actually did read it, unlike Max and me, who just showed up.
anyways, for those of you that want to support us on Patreon and learn about Fairy Tales of the Old Republic, you can find a link to this. You can find a link to my Patreon account in the comment below. It will be for any amount that you guys pay. It can be as little as $1 a month. Any little bit helps.
Is $1 the least you can give?
Yeah.
Actually, so I found out that there actually are some rules. We'll have to discuss this later, but like, if you give less than a certain amount on Patreon, they still take away more than you're getting given.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
$1 is if you give me $1, basically I get 50 cents.
no, but guys, make sure that you're really like bent, like you can give, because if you
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you guys
You can cancel it at any time.
Yeah.
If
Cancel
you-
it. I mean,
if you cancel the transaction for the month, like while it's going through, it will actually charge Joseph money. So like just be careful when you're going about it. There's something about it on Patreon that they're trying to fix, and that
it's just a glitch.
It's a glitch, but like the transaction somehow takes a little bit of the money away. Just be wary.
All right.
And give to charity.
Follow me, Jonathan, on Pharratz Entertainment.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You can find the link to that in the comments below as well.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Oh, are we talking about that? Okay.
We have not been able to post anything because it has been one technical difficulty after the other. So the microphone wasn't working. Then we realized we got 3 gamer headphones, and you can't do 3 outputs of audio, which I told them. They didn't listen. And then my computer decided to commit suicide.
Weird.
Literal, utter, and complete suicide.
Utter and commit.
I'm tired too.
Otherwise, when we finish
This
these
man
technical
writes the
difficulties,
stories.
we will.
But we are
successful
trying
anyway.
to fix it for all 8 of our subscribers. Yes, we only know that 8 of you subscribed. Only 8. 8.
No, I did it.
And speaking of the 100 subscriber video, I'll try and get to that once I've moved into my new place.
Are we still doing the marshmallow thing, by the way?
Might be.
Oh.
We still need to talk about what we're going to do for... Let's go do that. We'll see you guys next week when we talk about Death Note, and it'll be our final... It will be our final showing here in this set. So, thanks everybody for coming, and we'll see you next week.
Stick 'em on his face.
That was a possibly